Alright guys, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and I'm very, very excited because I finally was able to pull the high school Super Saiyan Teen Gohan. Now, I had to immediately do a video on this guy. I want to break him down at the start of the video. I know sometimes a lot of you guys don't like that I start the video with the breakdown before getting to the gameplay, but for this Gohan in particular, I do think it's very important so people understand exactly why he's so useful, and then I can kind of I want to show the category and show y'all. Alright, so real quick, let's go ahead and break this Gohan down. So this guy right here, this is the Spirited Golden Warrior Super Saiyan Gohan Teen. His leader skill is Super Type Ki +2 and HP and Defense 50%, so leader skill is not really that good. Super attack is the Shockwave, which does supreme damage with a rare chance to stun the enemy. His passive skill is Enigmatic Hero, which is Super Type Ki +2 and attack and defense 25%. So, right there, this is why this guy is so good, because his passive will cover a wide variety of allies, right? So, on these category teams, let's just open up the Majin Buu Saga category team real fast. We have units scattered everywhere with different links, right? Like LR Trunks and Goten, shocking speed. LR Mr. Satan has none of the main common key links. Majin Vegeta over in a flash. LR Super Vegito, prepare for battle. 1000 Day Goku, prepare for battle. We have this Gotenks is prepare for battle. This Angel Tech Goku over in a flash. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks over in a flash. Ultimate Gohan is shocking speed. The leader, Physical Super Vegito, is prepare for battle. This Gotenks is prepare for battle. A lot of these units are kind of all over the place in their links. And, you can make a monster team, all these LRs, or even, if you don't have the LRs, even units like Kid Buu, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, even the lesser ones, too, not physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, but tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. A lot of them are very, very powerful units. And the only problem is that a lot of these units don't really link that well together. But this Gohan will help with most of that, right? Now, obviously, he is only Super Type Ki. So he's not going to help out, Kid Buu, Buuhan, the Buu Gotenks Absorbed, or Majin Vegeta. But, LR Trunks and Goten, LR Super Vegito, LR Mr. Satan, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Ultimate Gohan, all of them, this Gohan will support, which is fantastic because a lot of these category teams, they're very powerful. They have tons of great units on them. But what they don't have is, really a lot of, proper links. One of the reasons is that the Buu Saga team is led by Physical Super Vegito, who really only has Prepare for Battle and Fuse Fighter. So, you have units with Over in a Flash and Shocking Speed who are top tier in the team. It's very difficult to put them on and also consistently get super attacks with them. Similar for the Hybrid Saiyan category, that's the thing. This guy is also fantastic on the Hybrid Saiyan category because it's the same thing, where Ultimate Gohan right here is the leader with only Shocking Speed, but you have tons of other units that have all different types of links. Over in a flash, Shocking Speed, prepare for battle, all of them. So this Gohan will be fantastic on both categories. Honestly, I would say this is probably the best unit you can pull from the World Tournament banner. Because, LR Piccolo is okay. He is an LR, and he does have LR stats. But I think this Gohan, in the long run, probably would be at least one of the top 5 units on the World Tournament banner. I might actually do a video on that, break down, the top units on that banner. Because some of them have gotten significant improvements from when they were first released, and are actually a lot better. So this Gohan will be good in a lot of ways. His links are Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Z Fighters, and Hero of Justice. So he doesn't have, key links whatsoever besides Golden Warrior, Saiyan Lineage. Those aren't really, big key links, but he doesn't need it because he's a support type unit anyway. Now, another big thing I do want to point out that's very interesting about this Gohan is he has Hero of Justice. So, okay, so he has Z Fighters. That's a powerful link with, Ultimate Gohan, LR Trunks and Goten. So that's he's going to be able to activate that link, like on the Buu Saga team or even the Hybrid Saiyan team. That could be big. And of course, he also does have that Hero of Justice link, which is big for this guy right here. So on, Super STR, this would be very good for Jiren, but not just Super STR. Jiren, his leader skill is Universal Survival Arc category or STR types. So you can get this high school Gohan on the Universal Survival Arc team, and he would work quite well because Super Type Ki. So he would be able to hit all of those units, and he would be able to support Jiren by making him stronger. The only thing I will say is that the Universal Survival Arc does not struggle for Ki the same way the Buu Saga team and the Hybrid Saiyan team do, because all of those Universal Survival Arc units, they all have Turn of Power, which is a 3-key link that they're all getting. So, they have tons of Ki overflowing. Last thing about this Gohan is his 12-key multiplier is 130%, which is pretty bad. But again, he's not a damage-dealing type unit. And of course, we talked about it at length, but he has the two categories, the Hybrid Saiyan category as well as the Buu Saga category. So let's go ahead and hop into an event with this team. I'm really happy I finally got this Gohan. This is actually his first tournament on the banner, and I was able to pull him. I grinded so hard on this world tournament. You guys will see the rewards should be, I'm going to drop this video only a few hours after I recorded it, and then later tonight, I believe we will get our rewards. Okay, so we got kind of a iffy rotation off the bat. What I'm going to try and do is I want to get a Super Vegito in both rotations, one with LR Vegito, and the other probably with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So here's what we'll do. We'll make a rotation like this for now. We'll have the LR Vegito, we'll have the Extreme Z Awakened Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then we'll have Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks kind of slide off. This team, this is definitely going to be one of the strongest teams in the game. Obviously, they had a substantial buff with Super Vegito, being added to it. Once he came into the game, the Majin Buu Saga team took a tremendous, dive upwards. And then, obviously, there's so many powerful units. The Buu Saga is probably, the most well-represented saga, basically in Dokkan. If you go through all of the sagas, individually, I'd say the Buu Saga has probably the most powerful units because, there are basically 3 sagas in GT. There is, we have got the Saiyan Saga, which does not have really a lot of power whatsoever in it. The Namek Frieza Saga doesn't have a lot of power whatsoever. The Cell Saga has improved a bit, but I still think there's a lot of power that could be added to the Cell Saga as time goes on. And then, of course, you just got, the Majin Buu Saga, where there's tons of LRs, over in a Flash units. It's crazy. I would say, they did the movie bosses category. If they do a movie heroes category, that also has the potential to be, the best kind of... I would almost consider that, one of those saga-type categories. But, all right, here we go. Perfect. So, this is what I was talking about. So, Gohan here is helping all of these units link up together very, very nicely, I might add. So, normally, Super Saiyan 3 Goku would have a lot of trouble supering on this rotation. But with the high school Gohan here, it's not going to be that difficult for him to actually get a super off. We'll miss one with Super Vegito, but that's fine. Still, even with the high school Gohan, who is a great support unit, the links are still kind of all over the place. So until I get my rotations kind of sorted out, we are still going to miss super attacks and stuff with the key units. Also, that Extreme Z Awakened Goku, he doesn't fuck around, bro. And here's Gohan super attacks, who shoots off that little blast. Okay, not bad. 134,000. I should also add, he is actually farmable. You can farm him, or, well, let me not use the word farm, but you can get the SR tracksuit Gohans. You can feed those into the high school Gohan to raise his super attack. So, not really farming, but, kind of feeding SRs. Many people in the community do kind of consider, the farmable SR cards to kind of be, the same thing as, well, not farmable, but, okay, so you get the summonable SR cards, and you could, grind some metals and awaken them. A lot of people consider those like semi-farmable. I guess I kind of agree, but I also could see the case for why people would say that they aren't farmable. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, by the way, his Dragon Fist is actually a physical type super. It is not a beam super. So we will just tear through Super 17 right here. Obviously, Super Vegito, you know, he is a unit who is overwhelming. And I do want to say he has been overshadowed a lot. Like, maybe it's just because, like, his initial banner wasn't really that great. He was the only new unit on his banner, which makes it so that, like, there's not a lot of hype around it. That's just the way it is. Then, he comes back for the second time ever, and he's on LR Super Vegito's banner. So we know right away where everyone is going to be looking. They're going to be looking not at him, but they're going to be looking at the LR Super Vegito card themselves. So that's why he was definitely, like, overshadowed. It's funny, I didn't pull a single fucking copy of him off of that banner either. Like, I pulled... I got so lucky with Super Vegito, like the LR one, but not with, like, the other versions. Alright, so yeah, let's just have our boy Super Vegito just continue to wreck. The 11 key Super, I mean, that's definitely going to be a physical attack. And then we'll have Gohan at the end. I think Gohan's is... Actually, I don't know. Is Gohan's a physical or a beam? Off the top of my head, I'm actually not too sure. I think Gohan's is a physical. His isn't even a beam either. Alright, so this is a little slow right here. Like, we're not exactly tearing through Super 17 with speed, but that's how it is. Ooh, attack stat over 1,000,000. Hello. Once Super Vegito is able to have an attack stat of over 1,000,000... that's when it's kind of just like GG, bitch, because all of these counters really, really do add up. The Buu Saga team is just, it's a very powerful team. I do kind of want to check. I want to find out which team I can build that would get me the highest, like, HP total. I think it would be the Buu Saga team for me, because I have so many LRs on it that, like, can be rainbowed. Alright, so we'll give him those greens right there. And then Majin Vegeta will be able to get these AGL key spheres right over here. And I think we're actually going to go ahead and finish Super 17 off before he even, kind of takes his barrier down. No, we'll finish up Gogeta's next, and then I think Janemba's after that. I guess we'll go through both of those fights, just because I do kind of want to, like, show, like, how dumb the Majin Buu Saga team is. I don't really get a chance to run it that often, because it's, like, again, like, when I'm talking about Super Vegito and how he's kind of, like fallen off of relevance, like, no one runs him. The leader system, especially on JP, is broken beyond belief now, because there's, like, 30 viable teams you can run, or, like, higher than that. Like, it's insane. Like, you know, you could still run all of the 120% leads. Like, you could run all of those guys, and, like, their teams are still good. Their teams could still beat all the events. Like, then you have all of the category teams. Right now, I would say outside of the low class warrior one, all of them have viable leaders. I know a lot of people, like, are fans of that Raditz, and, like, I've talked many times of how I am strongly not a fan of that Raditz, but he definitely has the weakest category team, I would say, like, without a shadow of a doubt. Outside of that, though, all the other teams, like, can be viably run. The only thing I will say is that the World Tournament category team, while it is viable, you do need, like, several LRs. And, well, only one of them is summonable, though. Like, LR Mr. Satan is very easy to get. I know a lot of people don't have him just because he's not really, like, crazy good enough to get. But, like he's still good. Like, he's still a useful card. So, you know, he's very good on the World Tournament team, which hopefully I'm going to show off. The only problem, and the reason I was kind of getting to it, is because, we're going to get a... No, I don't want to get a Dokkan attack right here if possible. Okay, perfect. The thing about that is you need the Jackie Chun from the World Tournament summons, like the Dragon Ball banner. It used to be called the Dragon Ball Saga banner, the Dragon Ball Saga summons, but they've since, like, removed that. Like, it's just World Tournament summons now. They changed the way the tickets look, and they changed, like, what the banner itself is actually called. The Jackie Chun is on that banner. featured, but it's very difficult to get, obviously, SSRs from the Dragon Ball Saga banner. Now, in the past, the Dragon Ball banner had always been, I think it's 2 or 3% SSR rates. They were actually adjusted in the most recent tournament to where it's a normal 10% SSR rates now. So that's good, but it doesn't it doesn't change the fact that those tickets are still incredibly hard and incredibly tedious to get. So like, not a lot of people are gonna have Jackie Chun, but like outside of, you know, basically the World Tournament category and the low class Saiyan category, I kind of went on that long tangent there. All of the category teams like are viable. So like all those teams you can run, you know, Shadow Dragon team, Realm of Gods, Patara, Super Saiyan 3, you know, just go on and on the list. And not only that, but many of those teams have several different leaders people can run. I see Super Saiyan 2 Keflas all over the place. I see Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas all the time still. Even though, you know, there is LR Super Vegeta and LR Super Gogeta, not everyone was able to pull those leaders. So what they'll do is they'll run a Kefla or their Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and then just bring the friend LR, which will work just as well. But that's kind of my point, guys, is then, like, to find the specific leader you're looking for is, like, virtually impossible at that point. And even further add on, when, like, really hype stuff drops, like LR Vegito Blue, for example, you know, he's not the best leader. Like, okay, so we're going to miss a super with AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku right there. Not really that big of a deal, though. He's not the best leader, but, like, it's just fun. Like, he comes out, it's really hype. Like, ooh, LR Vegito Blue. His leader skill is, like, solid, but obviously, like, nowadays it's not as powerful as other ones. But you can still build, like, really fun teams. You know, super type team with 70% and then 3 key. You know, it's fun. It's a fun team to run. So, like, you'll see all of those all over the place. And then, not to mention, you know, there are still the daily events you have to do. The Roshi event, as well as the Mr. Saiyan event to get the Zenny. So you'll still see a good amount of Super Saiyan 2 Cauliflas, as well as a good amount of LR Mr. Saiyans as leaders, because people, you know, they'll do those events like at all times of the day, and it just does create such a a black hole of, like, good luck trying to find that certain leader, because certain teams are, like, extinct now. Physical Final Form Cooler, it doesn't exist. Like, on JP, you're not gonna find him. Omega Shenron to run a Shadow Dragon team? Like, no. Not happening, bro. You're not gonna find Omega Shenron. Many of those teams, it's like, see, that's the thing, too. So, Turles comes out, right? I heard many people say, I'm not gonna summon for Turles, because Turles is good, his team is good, but I feel like not a lot of people are going to summon for him. So I'll spend money, I'll pull this unit, and then I won't be able to run him. What's the point? So many people skipped on the Turles banner. So that creates a disconnect for the dumb fucks now who are making this game, where they're shooting themselves in the foot. Like, if they would just allow the friend system to just be cycled through or something, so we could actually find the leaders we need and we could use our teams, then I think a lot more people would summon on banners that are not dual Dokkan Fests, you know, big banners like that. It's a mistake that's been prevalent in Dokkan for a long time now, and it just continues to get worse and worse as some of these old leader skills are still viable. So there's just, at any given time, outside of, like, the newest, hottest unit, you have no idea, like, what you're gonna find, or if you can even viably run, like, any leader you want to. It's a very sticky situation, and here's the thing. Akatsuki, like, you know, they need to keep an eye out, because, you know, the Dragon Ball Legends beta was just going on. That shit was fun as fuck. You know, people are loving Dragon Ball Legends. Now, people were definitely going into it wanting to love Dragon Ball Legends, but it seems like Bandai, they did a good job. They cashed in on their hype. You know, they didn't make something half-assed. It was good. So, like, you know, Akatsuki, you know, they can't be fucking around if there's, you know, for the first time going to be, like, a true competitor to Dokkan. Like, y'all motherfuckers got to get your asses in gear and make some changes like the friend system. I think that is the #1 thing that does need to be adjusted in Dokkan, is the friend system. Also, I've been kind of talking over it the whole time, complaining about the friend system, but notice how smoothly, like once I actually got my rotation set, notice how just smoothly and crisply we are tearing through this shit, because, you know, we have the one rotation with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, who I can kind of serve as a bridge to where, like, when Majin and Vegeta, wow, Janemba, like, didn't dodge once, but he does kind of serve as a bridge to, like, Majin and Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. A lot of times we'll be able to link up with him. Obviously, we had the high school Gohan giving us a tremendous amount of ki. Overall, the Majin Buu Saga team is very, very powerful. Do not sleep on it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.